Hi everybody, this is project 2 of MiU 1203. This is Lucy Hutchison going over kind of this week's project. And this week we covered kind of now our app and just the different ways to view this app and what I've done. This is my app A, and so as far as images, whether they help to provide context and meaning to items, I chose the thumbnail and text context because it's easy to see adults, men, women, youth, and children, but I believe just even the fonts and the colors kind of help to solidify and make it easy to grasp, because most women are drawn to pink, and so things like that. Whereas in app B, it's just a text. So I do prefer the one with the thumbnail and the text pattern. And so app A is really my preferred app in terms of that. So going into logical order, whether it is chronological or just alphabetical, here in app A it's chronological, and in my app B it's alphabetical, and this is kind of my long list. Now it really doesn't make sense when it's alphabetical and we have like two of the same lessons. That really wouldn't happen in real life. So I do prefer the alphabetical listing instead of the chronological listing, even though it's an app A, only because I'm gonna be new to this, and so I may be interested in what's most recent, but I find that we are really conditioned to viewing things alphabetically, and so it does make sense to see it alphabetically. Now I can understand it if I'm a frequent user of this app, then getting it chronologically would make sense, because then it's like I've already seen most of this. So the chronological order is probably better in my case, because I'm gonna have Bible study lessons that my hope is that most people will keep coming back to it, and so they would want to see the most recent. So that's right, so chronological does make sense for this app in particular. The navigation, as you can see down here at the bottom, we have app B categories, which takes you back to the front where the categories are at, and then we also have the add new feature, which will be for later, next week's project, I believe. The same as in app B, we have the nav bar down here at the bottom, which does make sense of jumping between categories. The other thing was whether it was going to be on one window drill down or list inlay. My app B has the list inlay, and then my app A has the one window drill down, which is what I prefer, only because we may have a lot of text, and so having to go through the lessons here where you have to scroll, click to the next one, and then the heading for that moves up to the top, and so it's not very user friendly in my case, because I will have a lot of content in there, so the list inlay won't work for my app. The one window drill down does work better because we're able to get the full context of the lesson, and if there was going to be more text, which it probably would be in a real Bible study lesson, then this just makes more sense, and I'm able to do my edit, delete, or add new from this window. So what went well was, by the time I had gone over it, just adding some classes, and I don't know what I did. I had to go away and then come back, and messing with jQuery and jQuery mobile, it finally worked. And so that was really the most difficult part, is that I have no experience in jQuery, and that this was my first time to use it. I'm not really sure how I fixed it, but it got fixed, and I did realize that my browser was caching, and so that was part of the reason I was making all these changes, but it was caching, and so I would have to go back, clear the cache every time I made a change, clear the cache, refresh, so I can see the change. And I even had to restart the browser several times just to make sure it didn't get hung up. So that was probably something that I'm gonna make a habit to do from here on, you know, for future and whatnot in coding, is that when I'm dealing with browsers, refresh, clear the cache, refresh, clear the cache. That's something I wasn't used to, and that's previously I've never had to do that, and including working with Drupal now, I have to clear the cache and remember to do that. So anyways, that's what went well, what didn't go so well, and how that relates to my future and past job. This is my app A. This is my app B. I am looking forward to getting the forms to work and making sure the edit, delete, and all that stuff works later. So that's all I got for now. Thank you.